Baldur's Gate 3 is fixing Minthara recruitment again with the next patch, and I'm here to implore you to give her a chance.
I will put my faith in you.
Before I dive into yet another Baldur's Gate 3 Yap session, let me first welcome you back to Above the Table, an independent passion project where we share fantasy, science fiction, and gaming news, especially tabletop gaming because it is tragically underrepresented by news media. If you like videos like this, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below to continue to support us and see more content like this in the future. You know you want to. On to the topic of today. If you're a Baldur's Gate 3 fan, there's no way that you don't already know that Patch 8 is on the way from Larian Studios. Not only will Patch 8, which is currently undergoing stress tests, introduce the highly sought-after photo mode, cross-play between platforms, and 12 additional subclasses to experience the campaign, Patch 8 is also implementing bug fixes as per usual to improve the player experience overall. One of the bug changes that BG3 will see with Patch 8's implementation is further improvement to one of the most underrated party members' recruitment. According to the community update regarding Patch 8, Minthara has been reminded that knocked out does not mean dead, so she'll more reliably appear in Moonrise Towers. This is fantastic news, and a disturbing amount of the Baldur's Gate 3 fanbase isn't even aware of why. Yes, long gone are the days of killing Minthara on site in the goblin camp and looting her body for all of that fantastic drow gear, or at least they should be. Now, for those of you listening to this video that aren't willing to hear outright spoilers and want the TLDR version, Minthara is a wonderful companion to experience Act 3 with, especially as you're on a scavenger hunt to find Dribble's parts, and while you might think that she is evil on first glance given her alignment with the goblins and the Absolute in Act 1, I implore you to knock her out instead and give her a chance to win you over. Trust me, there is much more to Minthara than what is presented in Act 1, and if you allow her to become it, she will become one of your favorite characters. Okay, now that I've put a filter on my yapping for the moment, the filter is coming off. There will be spoilers about Minthara for the rest of this video, you have been warned, but I'll try not to go too deeply into them. While it's true that when we first meet Minthara, she seems way too excited to slaughter the entirety of Emerald Grove in the name of the Absolute, and therefore it's a bit difficult to want to give her a chance, what we are seeing of Minthara in Act 1 is not truly Minthara. Yes, you can elect to go the murder hobo route or embrace the urges as the Dark Urge and recruit Minthara in a very straightforward way and enjoy her dry humor for the rest of the game, but this is honestly not the way that you should do it. You can also do things the more difficult and, dare I say, correct way, which would be knocking Minthara out at the Goblin Camp. If you do this, when you finally reach Moonrise Towers in Act 2, you can find Minthara being tortured in the tower's prison, where it becomes evident that Minthara has been acting under the influence of brainwashing. Essentially, everything that Minthara does in Act 1 is against her will, and you as the player need to be her knight in shining armor to break the mental hold on her and restore her to her true self. Now, that's not to say that her true self isn't more than a little rough around the edges sometimes. Because of her upbringing as a female drow in Minzo Baranzan, Minthara is inherently a bit violent and has some preconceived opinions about the other party members due to their classes, sex, and even race. However, Minthara is absolutely not inherently evil, and she has a lot of love to give if she actually gets the chance to do so, especially toward the player who saved her from the situation she was in. And trust me, her gratitude is well worth experiencing. Have you given Minthara a chance already, or are you still missing out on her telling Gale he has the aura of a third-born son? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you back here real soon for more from Above the Table.